Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. It's so easy for us to get totally swept up in the daily headlines, right? We're constantly hearing about new algorithms, crazy fast chips, or what the latest generative models can do. We talk endlessly about the hardware and the software, but behind all those massive servers and billions of lines of code is a much more crucial and honestly often overlooked element: human talent. So today, we're going to unpack the real mission behind global AI. We're taking an inside look at the organization that is literally drafting the blueprint for the next generation of innovators. And the stakes here? They couldn't be higher, because the teenagers competing today are the very architects who will build the digital reality we're all going to live in tomorrow. So before we obsess over the algorithms themselves or the massive data centers powering them, we really have to ask a much more provocative question. Who exactly is building the future of global AI? Well, it's not just the current tech giants or, the seasoned engineers sitting in Silicon Valley right now. Actually, the real future is sitting in classrooms around the world right this very second. And these students, they are completely different. They are absolute AI natives. See, unlike older engineers who had to adapt to all this new tech, this upcoming generation has literally never known a world without advanced machine learning. They interact with it intuitively, in a fundamentally different way. And they are just waiting to be challenged, organized, and elevated to the global stage. To get the full picture, we're going to start by welcoming you to the IOAI, trace its global circuit, map out the network, look at how they empower worldwide talent, and finally, explore what all of this actually means for our future.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1. Welcome to the IOAI.
We're starting with the immediate reality of the International Olympiad in Artificial Intelligence. This is the newest international science Olympiad in the world. Now, you've probably heard of the prestigious math, chemistry, or physics Olympiads, right? They've been around for decades. Well, the IOAI brings that exact same elite, highly rigorous academic framework entirely to the field of AI, specifically aimed at high school students to cultivate early mastery. And this matters deeply. Treating AI with the same absolute reverence as physics or math validates it as a foundational science. It's basically acknowledging that understanding artificial intelligence is now just as fundamental to navigating our universe as understanding the laws of motion. It is a highly structured global academic arena.
And get this, we are already approaching the third edition of this event. Traditional science Olympiads often took decades to build their global infrastructure and really get that worldwide recognition. The fact that a brand new Olympiad in AI has mobilized this rapidly just goes to show how intensely the demand for structured education in this space is accelerating. It's an educational movement moving at the actual speed of the technology itself. Nations are rushing to join because, let's face it, falling behind in this specific academic arena basically means falling behind in the future global economy.
Which leads us nicely into Section 2, the Global AI Circuit.
The IOAI has established a massive global footprint incredibly fast. It kicked off with its inaugural 2024 event in Bulgaria, then over to Beijing, China in 2025. Now it's heading to Astana, Kazakhstan in 2026 and is already locked in for Singapore in 2027. This physical journey across the map really highlights the borderless nature of modern AI. The mission behind global AI isn't just stuck in one tech hub in the West. It's a collaborative, worldwide effort. It's a literal global circuit, passing the torch across continents year after year, forcing different cultures and educational systems to intersect on the bleeding edge of science.
Just to give you an example, the upcoming 2026 event happening August 2nd through the 8th in Astana will be hosted by the Competitive Programming Federation of Kazakhstan, or CBFED. They are intensely dedicated to developing and popularizing competitive programming. They work right alongside local schools and the IT community to build this rock-solid ecosystem for programming excellence. And the IOAI intentionally partners with these dedicated local groups for a very specific reason. It's not about just dropping into a city for a week, hosting a tournament, and leaving. No, it's about embedding the AIO mission into the local culture, leaving a permanent mark on that host nation's educational framework, and cultivating the next generation of engineers right in their own backyard.
Moving right along to Section 3, Building the AI Network.
So you might be wondering, how does a young student actually navigate this huge network to become a global innovator? Well, the talent pipeline starts locally. Establishing a national Olympiad in AI acts as this vital, highly competitive filter to discover a country's absolute best students. From there, that top tier gets thrust onto the global IOAI stage to represent their nation. Finally, this grueling, high-pressure crucible prepares them for the ultimate jump, stepping seamlessly into the professional world as industry leaders and AI entrepreneurs. It's basically a meticulously designed funnel, taking raw, localized potential and turning it into proven global expertise.
And if you want to know just how seriously the tech industry is taking this pipeline, look at the heavyweights backing it up.
We're talking global diamond partners like IMC and Jane Street, global platinum partners like Google and Galbit, local platinum partners like Huawei, and global gold partners like the Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence. These massive entities are not just slapping their logo on an event for good PR. They are actively investing in the infrastructure of tomorrow. They know for a fact that the critical algorithms shaping our future, everything from the software on our phones to automated global finance, will inevitably be written by the brilliant young minds competing here today.
But the mission goes way beyond just corporate scouting. Having the official patronage of UNESCO cements the immense credibility in the true educational spirit of this global circuit. In an era where AI is so often talked about with anxiety or fear, UNESCO's involvement is this incredibly reassuring anchor. It elevates the Olympiad into a globally recognized educational pillar, putting a huge priority on scientific cooperation, ethical considerations, and peaceful development. It's a great reminder that the ultimate goal of AI development should always be human progress.
Let's turn to Section 4, Empowering Worldwide Talent.
Because this technology is moving at such breakneck speed, the capability gap between nations could easily widen into an insurmountable chasm. Ensuring the AI revolution leaves absolutely no one behind is honestly the most vital moral imperative of this entire mission. So, to tackle this risk head-on, the IOAI runs an initiative called GATE, which stands for Global AI Talent Empowerment.
The core mission of GITE is the absolute democratization of access. It's explicitly designed to assist countries and territories that have a limited history with international science Olympiads. It helps them put the right educational structures, training, and resources in place so they can join the IOAI community on equal footing. Imagine a brilliant, once-in-a-generation mind born in a developing nation. That teenager shouldn't be sidelined just because their region lacks academic funding, right? GITE levels the playing field. It ensures that nations with fewer resources get a fair, equal seat at the table, finding the very best minds regardless of geographical borders.
And that brings us to our final section, the future of AI. All of this interconnected infrastructure isn't just some theoretical pathway for a distant future. We are already seeing concrete, real-world proof of this talent pipeline paying off today. We're seeing former competitors actively founding their own AI companies. For instance, the IOAI board just officially endorsed Ladder AI, a brand new venture founded by a former competitor. The high schoolers who sweated through yesterday's Olympiads are literally becoming the AI entrepreneurs of today, deploying their skills right into the real market.
So, when you step back and take in the whole picture, when you combine this rigorous, high-stakes competition with heavy-hitting global sponsors, UNESCO patronage, and an initiative like GIIT to ensure worldwide inclusivity, you're looking at an unprecedented global engine for human potential. The true mission behind global AI isn't just about perfecting code, it's about empowering the minds that wield it. So I'll leave you with this to think about. When you take a unified, globally empowered generation of absolute AI natives and you give them this incredible level of structured support and resources, what kind of extraordinary future will they build for us next?